Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 403 of the AllYouCanHear podcast. My name is Wenzel, and joining me today are my two co-hosts, Colt and Tanner, and I had to record it like this because this was a side tangent that we went on in episode 400, our 8th anniversary. If anybody's listened to it and they know that there's a cut in there, that is the audio in this episode is that cut. We end up bringing up the discussion 100 men versus a gorilla again, but this time like an update, 100 men versus a tank, and then we kind of spiral back into just 100 men versus any animal, and it got pretty heated, and I hope you guys enjoy. Which was my dad, and to see what his take on it was. And it's so funny because my dad hates these questions because every time I tell him, like, you know, he's like, okay, well, like, where are we fighting? And
what kind of tank is it?
Well,
yes.
Here, but hold on. So I'm like, he's like, where are we fighting? And I'm like, Dad, I hate these questions too because it's always the same. It's like, open field, there's nothing, whatever. He's like, that's so stupid. He's like, I hate these questions, but okay. But so he said if it's before the 70s, if it's a tank before the 70s, probably. Yeah, 100 men from what we've been told, like the 100, 26 to 32, half of them are college athletes. Yeah, probably. Anything after the 70s, if there was terrain, probably still. But if there's nothing else, no.
See, it's so funny. I don't even remember talking about 100 men versus a tank.
I
know we talked about other animals. I don't remember the tank.
You just said, and
it was a throwaway comment.
It was a throwaway comment. That's all it was. But I thought it was interesting because I was like, because when you said it, I was like, could that? And so me and my dad spent like 30 minutes talking about how, which was really funny. We came up with actually a pretty good idea because he told me about how, I think it was during World War II, that there was like a small group of men, I think it was like a village or something, or they didn't have anything, but they were able to take it out with nothing. With basically all they had were Molotov cocktails, and they had, I think, trees.
That's a pretty big thing.
Hey, I was gonna say, Molotov cocktails do kind of.
Well, if you think about it, okay, but if you don't know, then you're really just throwing fire at a impenetrable metal machine. You know,
yeah.
If you know, like, how to use it, then yeah, you're going to do a lot of damage because and tree logs. They had tree logs because they were able to chop down trees, and you know, and he told me, like, if you put it in a very, like, in the gears or the wheels of the tank, if you put it in a very specific spot, you can disable it so it won't move. So then it's like, okay, well then what do you do about the guys in the tank? Well, that's where the Molotov cocktails come in because, you know, the guys need to breathe. So you put that Molotov cocktails on, like, the fucking exhaust and, like, where they get their air and stuff. Put that on there, and, like, you're gonna suffocate the guys. You're gonna fucking kill them. So, like, easy, kind of like, not easy peasy, but kind of easy.
Easy peasy.
So,
especially with 100 guys.
So, but then
there's too many there.
But then we talked about, like, okay, so, like, let's say, like, it's before the 70s, it's a tank, and they're in a field, but there's a forest nearby. So what about that? So I came up with the idea. It's like, okay, there's gonna be some guys, they're gonna bait the tank. This is where they don't have to cut down trees because that tank's going to fire. If they get in front of the forest, it'll chop their trees down for them. Bam, you have that.
But
so then, okay.
Also, what if in the tank they have the ability to change their rounds out? If they notice, like, hold on, we're cutting down those trees, and they change it to like I don't know what the round's called. It's a round where it has like multiple, like a shotgun shell, basically.
But really, after the first shot, they don't need any more trees down. So by the time they notice it, it wouldn't really matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also it kind of comes to, like, luck. Like, how big is the log piece that it blew off of a tree?
I assume the whole tree.
Yeah, but how are you going to move it if it's just like a...
There's 100
guys.
Yeah, but, like, they're going to have to run it from the forest.
But you're right by the forest.
Yeah.
I thought we were doing it in a field.
It's a field with a forest.
A field with a
But it's
forest.
not a field.
Yeah.
There's a field with a forest. The fight starts in the
That's not
field.
in a field.
Oh my god, you do know a forest can be connected to a fucking field.
Yes, but it's not the original question.
Do it. That's okay, but we're not talking about the original question. I said that if we're
Yeah. If Superman was on their team too, they don't
Can I fucking finish? Anyway, so you have the trees, you can disable the tank. And then what you do next, I came up with this.
I would never disable anything. That's fucked up.
So I was like, okay. So then I was like, well, then what the men can do is they can take all of their clothes and stuff it in the exhaust. The shoes too. They can stuff in the exhaust, fuck up the engine.
Yeah, we'd have a few naked guys.
Yeah, right. And then like it's, and then I was like, okay, but then what else could you do? And then I was like, okay, so if you're near a forest and you're near some like. I mean, if some of these guys, because then I was like, okay, if some of these guys are in college, some of them are probably in ROTC, so they could probably have some knowledge.
I don't think I want any ROTC.
Now that I think about it,
It doesn't matter.
ROTC kids tend to not go to college.
ROTC is in fucking college. JROTC is in. Okay.
No, it's the Marines that eat crayons.
Yeah. Anyway, because JROTC is in high school. ROTC is college. It's its own thing.
You're right. They are super geniuses.
No, you're fucking stupid.
No.
Anyway, so then you have...
Also, to get into a military, fuck ROTC, don't you have to just like have good grades and want to be in the military?
To get into ROTC?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not what I'm talking about. If you're in the ROTC, you're going to have more knowledge on weapons in the military than, let's say, a fucking football athlete.
Also, what about all these people? I feel like there's too many variables going on here.
What variables for what? It's 100 men coordinating to
Humans
take
are
out
the
guns.
ultimate variable with the intellect, fear, fucking PTSDs, traumas. There's too many goddamn variables.
There's men in the tank too. There's probably
they're more coordinated to be a team because they're literally.
but they are
trained to be
just
a
as
tank.
terrified. You do
I
realize
would-
that.
If I was in a tank I don't think I would be just as terrified.
Well,
A weapon versus no weapons.
you say that, yet there have been in history people with nothing who have taken out tanks.
If I was not in a tank versus someone in a tank, I would be way more scared.
You would be in the tank, yes, but again, you're fighting 100 men.
I think you're putting like too much into definites that will happen.
Okay, but here's the thing: you keep denying human ingenuity.
You're also complete denying fucking human fault, like the failures of the humans.
But have you seen? But okay, oh my god,
There's too many variables.
Why do you think the people in the tank can't fail?
I don't think they can't fail. I think that the humans are not a winner of everything.
Have you seen what humans have done over the past hundreds of years?
Yes, did you see what they're doing now? Our Earth is dying.
Because of the technologies we created, because we're so fucking smart.
And because we're not fighting the tanks.
And we're not using them correctly. We're using them wrong and we're destroying the planet. Humans, yes, they created the technology, and guess what? That technology is hurting them way more, not way more than helping them, but it's hurting them a lot because they're misusing it, because they're stupid.
So technically we're beating the technology.
No, the technology will outlive us.
CD-ROMs?
First off, you're talking about big fucking scale.
You brought it in!
No, I'm talking about human ingenuity in terms of survival. Okay? It's like the same fucking conversation we had about the animals. It's like you kept thinking like, oh, they're stupid, they're slow. They're like, okay, but an animal is a fucking animal. Like, an animal, okay, we're gonna get... You know what? Let's put the tank conversation aside. It made me so upset because even my dad talked about this. Like, we talked about this so much because we were just like saying because I told him about what you said about 100 men could take on any animal in the world.
Yeah.
And my dad was like, yeah. I was like, yeah. And then we were talking about it because it's just like, because I brought up, okay, the hippo. Hippo's the world's most dangerous animal. It's like, take out the fucking water. Take out the water. Not as dangerous.
I don't know. It's still very dangerous.
It's still dangerous, but it's not as dangerous.
A hippo A hippo has to be in water to be dangerous.
No, not
Yes, because where do you think most of the accidents happen? They happen in the water.
It's because they're invading their fucking area.
Because that's their territory. They are more dangerous in the water than out of the water.
Okay, are you saying that hippos can't charge and use their mass?
They can,
And
but
don't?
they're slower on land than in water. Colt,
They're faster than humans.
not on land.
Okay, Google. How fast? Seriously. All right, we're doing this. Okay, Google. How fast is a hippo on land?
19 miles per hour.
How fast is the average human on land?
The typical speed of an early modern human is 44.72 kilometers per hour.
I don't know.
It says 28 miles per hour.
Yeah, no human can run that fast.
There's only Usain Bolt, but not every guy is going to be Usain Bolt.
No, Usain Bolt is a god.
Also, too, again, sure.
But also, you gotta think, 19 miles per hour is not so fast that you can't get out of the way.
Yeah,
19 miles per hour is still
for
slow.
100
it's
humans.
gonna mow down a lot of people.
No, it won't.
At 19 miles per hour.
19 miles per hour.
Everyone's a hive mind
Colt.
running in unison away from this hippo.
Colt,
No.
go get in your car right now. Go 19. You could not hit Wenzel and I.
No shit, you're only 2 people. We're talking 100 people.
Get 100 people in a wide open
Oh, I
field.
could get at least 20.
You don't think they
Going
can't move
19?
out the way?
I wouldn't be going 19, I'd be going full power.
Oh,
just
my
said going
God, 19 miles per hour.
I'm pissed off.
Also 19? Yeah, I could probably get 10.
19 miles per hour. You don't think?
Go in 9.
Okay,
in a
again,
wide
Colt,
open field.
Think about
Colt,
there are
humans
people
aren't
that
that
die from fires in in clubs where people in nightclubs. There's notorious moments where they trip and fall over each other in a panic.
Yeah, in a closed building.
Closed building. We're not
This is in a
field.
field. You know what, Cole? If you take a car going 19 miles per hour inside a fucking Publix and there's 100 people, yeah, I bet you can fucking hit some people. But in a goddamn open field, you're not hitting anyone.
You're not.
You are putting too much fucking power into the hands of humans. Don't get me wrong, humans are good, powerful, smart creatures, but they are super fallible. They are.
Nobody's
Yes, but if you have a car coming towards you at night, first of all, I don't think a car at 19 miles per hour can kill you. First of all,
If it runs over you, yeah.
if it runs over your fucking head, yeah.
If it runs over your leg, breaking your leg, it can just run back over you because you're not going to be getting up to run.
Okay.
And also, if your friends come back, that means come back to help you. That means it can hit them while they're helping you, which also helps it. And also, that happens with the hippo. I'd apply that too because the hippo would turn around and attack the people helping.
The hippo would be, first of all, way more efficient at 19 miles per hour than a car.
Yeah.
Also, a rhino would win.
No,
Not 100.
Again, but
Oh yeah.
because
Okay, Google. How fast is the fastest rhino ever?
okay, but think about this. You talk about how infallible humans are. Think about how infallible an animal is. They only go on instinct and what their body tells them. So guess what's going to happen? It's going to run probably maybe for a few minutes at most, and it's going to get fucking tired. And guess what happens when it gets tired? It's not going to say, oh, I need adrenaline, I need to keep going to kill all these 100 humans. It's going to fall down and try to go to fucking sleep, and it's going to fucking die. That's what happens. That's how because when Tanner said that, I was like, that was what me and my dad talked about. And me and my dad were both like, they get tired.
That's when we knew Tanner was good.
They are going to die no matter what because they can't go on forever. That's why cheetahs, while they're fast, they stop. That's why.
You're not thinking with enough nuance.
But we're also not saying.
Nuance first.
Yes. Okay. Think. All right. Before you yell at me.
You're not fucking thinking.
I'm thinking. All right. Humans. All right. Are we being very specific when you say 100 humans? Are they all on the same page, 100%? No fear. They are just pure. I'm ready to kill. If that's the case, yes, 100%. But if 100 people that are normal people.
But that's not even the argument we're
It's
making.
not the argument.
What is the
We
argument?
talked about, it's the same as the podcast. It's 100
If it's 100 people that train to kill,
it's 100 men between the ages of 26 and 32, and half of them are college athletes, and the other half are blue-collar workers.
in the situation where it falls asleep, why not just run away? In that situation,
Because you have to imagine they're like, first of all, it's the thought experiment. But second of all, you have to imagine they're in an enclosed area where they're not getting out of the enclosed open field.
It's still,
until either all the humans are dead or the fucking
animal's dead. Because you're talking about things that are outside of this. You're talking about like, oh, what up with the humans? Like, are they all doing this? And like, okay, sure, but like the animal for the most part is dead set. The animal is dead set. It's going to follow by animal rules, and the humans are going to follow by, let's say, human rules, which is that they have brains. They're all between the ages of 26 and 32. They all lived lives. They've all been in college. They can all move. They can all think. Like,
I wouldn't say athletic college kids. I wouldn't put them in the smartest groups.
But we're also not saying that none of the humans die.
Yeah,
we're just saying that humans win in the scenario.
Yeah, I just don't. I feel like there's just way too many variables of people being afraid.
Dude, I don't think a hippo has killed 100 humans in the last 100 years.
I don't know about that.
Hey Google, how many humans have died to a hippo?
That's too vague.
Shut the fuck up.
It'll just be all over time.
Sorry, I don't understand.
I got it.
Okay.
Average hippo deaths per year or something like that.
Like, also too, this is like basic stuff that like even like I said, like I don't want to say I looked into this, but I watched people who didn't really have a stake in this, but they've worked with animals or they know animals. They're like, this isn't really an uncommon thing because, like, again, they get tired.
Okay, I will say, hippos kill a shocking amount of humans.
Yeah. They are.
How many of those deaths are in the water? Because
I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I'm not gonna pull you for that. But like, again, like, take the hippo out of the water. You're taking it out of its element.
I don't think that argument's fair if you don't know that exactly.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? It's in an open field.
I want to say this. I still think 100 humans in the water could kill one hippo in the water.
No.
I think so.
I agree.
Again, the hippo is taking humans out with it.
Yeah. But the water is not a normal place for humans.
I need to tell you something, Colt. These animals, they're not unstoppable killing machines. They will die.
Same thing with humans. They will die.
Yeah, but
they will get tired.
Oh my God.
They won't work in unison 100% of the time.
No, but it doesn't take all 100 working in unison.
It takes a lot of them working in unison. And they develop fear of watching their friends die, or empathy of, like, I want to get this friend out of the way. I don't want them to be in this situation. There's too many.
But we don't know any of these people.
I'm not saying the hippo wins or loses. I'm saying too many variables to know for a fact that humans have to win, no matter what. Because animals are dumb and they just do instincts.
If I ever get Mr. Beast money, you are so fucked.
I'm not going to fight an animal.
I'm not saying you are, but I'm going to find 100 fuckers that will, and I'm getting my hands on a hippo.
That would be a very bad idea. Legally, you'd be bad.
It's going to happen. I'm going to have to.
Mr. Beast might do it. Mr. Beast might do it.
He did say he wanted to do the 100 humans versus a gorilla. I don't know how he can do that.
But I mean, it's just there's just a set limit for animals.
There's limits for humans.
Yes,
God, the human will.
You also have to think. You have to think about it this way: the hippo has to have enough power to kill 100 humans. A human in this scenario technically only has to have enough power to kill 1/100th of a hippo.
Because they're all doing this at the same time.
That means 100 people have to live to be able to kill the hippo.
Okay, I'm saying hypothetically. If 50 of the humans died, guess what? Now you have to kill 1/50 of the
odds get worse.
It's just the odds get worse, but they're still incredible odds because the hippo has to kill 100%, where the humans only have to kill 1/100th.
And also, too, again, human will and adrenaline. Because how many times, like, yeah, sure, animals get some adrenaline, but they don't overcome they can't overcome their physical and instinctual bodily functions. Humans can. Humans have been recorded as doing it all throughout time, no matter what.
We also don't know if one of these humans could turn into the Hulk.
That's true, too. But anyway, like nobody's saying that humans aren't infallible or capable of mistake, but also, too, there's, like, you keep saying there's too many variables. Yeah, there's too many variables of the humans coming out on top because there's so many of them with so like
that applies
like also to
both
20.
sides.
No, because there's one fucking animal.
No.
Hundreds.
No, there
of
is one animal.
Yes,
There is only one animal.
Yes, I'm
because it's not going to be
How are you not seeing the variables that not
for
being a
one
negative for
animal.
human?
It's a set limit. It's
Well,
a
no
set fucking
shit.
limit.
There's a limit on humans.
There's 100 humans.
but here's
Their
the
abilities depend on them.
No, but here's the difference. The humans in this scenario are being told, hey, unless you kill this animal, you are not getting out of here. So you have to think that all the humans, whether they agree with each other or not, all have the same set goal of killing the animal, and the most common sense way to do that is to team up with the other 99 humans that also want to kill that animal.
And that animal
doesn't sound
can't do.
fair.
What do you mean?
That's the question. I think that question is not fun. You know, I wouldn't say it's not fair. I say that's a boring question.
But that's the question.
That's the question.
We didn't make the question.
That's a boring question.
But that's also the thought experiment. The thought experiment is inherently boring because guess what? Humans are gonna win. Because do you know how many times over 100 humans have had to come together, even if they don't have any sort of like outstanding circumstances, that they literally are just following orders to do things, with regardless of guns or weapons, they are just doing it.
Yeah, Colt, what do you think about like all the battles in history where like the 300 men killed like 5,000 soldiers?
And that's with like swords or sometimes their hands.
Wait, what are you asking?
I'm not asking anything.
Sometimes it's just not as... It's not... You're like, variables. What if they don't work together?
But
what if the animal decides it's fucking tired, if we want to talk about variables? What if the animal just gets in there?
Yeah.
What if the animal's
I'm
too...
on team variables that we don't know.
What if the animal's too fucking scared? Because, sure, out of 100 men, they're
That
not...
makes me sad.
What if people, like the humans, develop empathy? Like when you see a hurt animal, like you don't want, if it's animal.
Well, some of the humans might feel sad, might feel bad, but guess what? Some of the humans might be like, we need to get out of here alive, so we're gonna fucking kill this animal. Like, because if we're just talking about, again, the basic limits of the animal, the animal will get tired and it will go down, and that will always give them an open spot. It will always give them an open spot. Always.
Can I say something?
Wouldn't adrenaline also hurt the humans in the end? Because after you use up the adrenaline...
Yeah, but we're assuming the animal is dead.
Yeah, it doesn't
You
matter.
are assuming the animal is dead.
Yeah!
Yeah, because they would have killed it!
This isn't fact.
You know what, Colt? And the animal could randomly sprout fucking wings and fly away.
No, that's not how evolution works. Actually.
Oh, we don't know the variables. Maybe the fucking animal got a fucking mutant shot before he got dropped into the goddamn battle Thunderdome, so we just don't know. Maybe it could fucking transform into a fucking dinosaur.
Hey, I've only said reasonable variance.
And everything we've said is unreasonable? Oh my god.
I'm saying, like, my reasonable variables also cancel out your other...
No! No!
can I
If
just-
scientists and people...
There's firebrand.
If
Hey, one-on-one.
Human wins. Oh shit! Oh my god, it's still alive!
No, it's not. It's just on the web.
oh my god, it's flexing its muscles.
It's moving. Ew.
I didn't link or anything. Okay. Can I say something real quick?
Go ahead.
I think this has to be its own episode.
God damn it. We went
too
so
long on
fucking long. Jesus, this is not
This
what
is supposed to be episode 400.
Hey, I'm the Giga Chad. You guys are the Soy Jacks.
No, fuck you.
Hey, Wenzel, for this episode, draw me and you as Giga Chad.
No.
Draw Colt as Soy Jack.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That's the thumbnail. And we're going... And it's Colt, and he's dressed like a little baby crying, and he has fucking poop in his diaper.
Draw me a giving back shots, okay?
No!
Why?
Give me that. Like, I mean, oh my god. And the thing is, what I'm saying isn't crazy because, I mean, I don't want to just, I just don't want to throw out scientists, but yeah, scientists, like zoologists, animal trainers, people who work with animals, they are saying the things I'm saying to you. This isn't original to me. Everything I'm saying are the same people who've worked with animals who are like, they were given this thought experiment, and they're like, yeah, 100 men could kill this animal.
I'll go the scientific route with you, too, and I'll say I'll believe it when it happens. I will, scientific evidence, if you show me it, I will 100% agree with you. What?
God, that's so fucking stupid.
Hey, if you make it happen, I will agree with you 110%. Hey, actually, I will apologize on my hands and knees, and I'll blow whatever you want me to blow. Okay? If you
That's crazy.
If you show proof, like it's actually happening.
So, just hypothetically, if Mr. Beast was to upload a video where 100 men
Rhino or
kill
a hippo.
We're talking about.
I'm not talking gorilla. Gorilla,
Okay,
I agree that
okay.
humans would win.
A hippo. You're saying you will suck Wenzel off.
No. Anyone. Like, it could be, like, Leon Kennedy or Chris Hemsworth. Anyone you want.
I think you said I'll blow anything you want.
Yeah. So anything.
I'll blow a kiss.
Anything. So
Nothing sexual.
it doesn't have. Oh. Yeah, sure.
I'll suck a sucker. Okay, you know what? Food can be blown in a sexual way. So if you got a banana.
You got a banana?
Yeah, I'll suck a banana in front of anyone.
God damn it.
I think Colt's backtracking because he's scared.
No, I'm not. I'm 100%. If you show evidence of it happening, of the humans 110% winning,
What do you mean 110% win?
there's no fucking doubting it.
If the animal's dead, what are you going to doubt?
Dude, I don't know. Death could come back and give it like Deadpool.
Yeah, I guess in the fucking scenario, the animal can fucking...
You were bringing that up earlier, so I'm bringing it back.
Yeah, the animal's multiversal and can regenerate.
Yeah, you were... I can't bring that up because we didn't talk about it here, and it comes out later.
Yeah. Jesus fucking Christ.
This is a whole separate episode. Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. I don't even know what to do with it. Where to put it. God damn. Okay. So, to
Also,
back...
the footage, 110% means, like, the footage is not, like, doctored or...
Okay.
Because Mr. Beast will...
Yeah, it's okay. It's not AI. Sure.
To backtrack far back,
What was on
to
that?
the tank.
Dude, I forgot we talked about a tank.
I know.
Here we got one rhino versus a tank.
My
Tank would shoot a...
we decided that humans, if there was a forest, they could take on a tank before the 70s. Tanks
Wenzel is so tired.
tanks after the 70s.
I didn't bring this up.
I mean, that is true.
Yeah. Tanks after the 70s, probably not, just because they have so much stuff on them. They have cameras everywhere. They have fire suppression systems. They have just so much
Multiple
stuff.
guns on, like, the sides to, like, get anyone, like, trying to jump on it.
So probably not. But yeah, that was that.
I feel like we need to record the ending bit for episode 400, and then that can be the end of that episode, and this is 2 episodes.
Sure. So we're done with that.
Cut here.
Yeah, just cut it here.
I don't think we're... Are we done with episode 8 or the 8th anniversary?
400 episode 400. No, we have to go back for that to do whatever ending.
We at least need to end it. We just went on a 40-minute tangent talking about.
So I'm gonna go ahead and end this episode, whatever this is. I don't know what this is. Thanks for listening.
I thought you already cut it.
Thanks for listening. This is the All You Can Hear podcast. You can find us on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Overcast, YouTube, All You Can Hear, where VODs and everything from the instruction booklets as well. All of our episodes are up on YouTube. And follow us on Bluesky, AYCH podcast.bsky.social. Follow me, Wenzel, on Bluesky's World of Winzy and Wenzel's Essentials.
My name's Colt. Follow me on Bluesky at ColtD99. If you agree with me that there's too many variables, man. There's too many variables. There's too many variables in life. I might die while I go pee.
Yeah.
Because I slipped on a random atom. I don't know. Too many variables in life, Tanner. Never know when you're going to die. So treat it like it's a treasure from God.
Give Tanner the mic.
I'm here to convert you to Mormonism.
That was funny. The other day we talked about how fucking stupid Mormons are.
Great. You can follow me on Bluesky, Tanner1495.bsky.social. God. Go to the Twitch, go to the YouTube. We got some cool stuff popping up there. I don't even know when this episode will come.
I don't know when it's
This
gonna.
could be episode 499. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
I have one more thing to say.
You already did your plug.
No! I could be worse. I could be racist and a conservative. So just be glad that I only fight back on things that count.
Hey, here's a joke. You said you could be racist or be
Just give it to him. Just give him the mic.
He won't take it from me.
Colt said he could be racist or conservative. What's the difference?
Okay.
And we're back. What's up? 8
Yeah,
years.
let's now we're doing the bit for 400. What are we doing?
I don't know.
We're just gonna end it.
I don't know.
Just end it. Okay. This has been the 8th anniversary 400th episode.
No, I feel like there should be a little bit of explainer what happened. I feel like it's going to be a cut.
I think so. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. All right. So because I don't remember
something that he knew would be a heated topic at Thanksgiving.
I just wanted to bring a little update. I thought it was funny.
Wenzel asked, who did you vote for at Thanksgiving dinner? And we got a second episode out of it.
Oh, God.